Hello everyone and welcome to ET Government Chai Pe Charcha. I am Arpit Gupta. ET Government Chai Pe Charcha is an interactive program with bureaucrats and high achievers from diverse fields. The High Impact live weekly show highlights the professional journey of guests, their achievements and ups and downs in their career. Each week, we interact with a new guest discussing interesting topics. Today, our guest is Mr. Sameer Verma, who is currently serving as the Special Secretary Finance Department, Government of Uttar Pradesh, and holding the additional charge of Registrar, Firms, Societies, and CHITs. Welcome, Mr. Verma.
Good evening, Arpit. Thank you for having me. And first of all, let me congratulate you all and all my viewers and the people who are connected with us. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all, and may Lord Ganesh fulfill all their wishes.
Let me introduce Mr. Verma to the audience today. Mr. Sameer Verma is a 2000 batch Uttar Pradesh State Civil Service Officer. Over a period of 2 decades in UP administration, he has served in various administrative capacities. He has also served in undivided Uttar Pradesh, Pithoragarh, Almora districts of Uttarakhand, and in Uttar Pradesh he has served in Kanpur, Mathura, Raebareli, Kanpur Dehat, Deoria, Mau, Balia, Farrukhabad, and Varanasi, etc. In his previous assignment, he was the Municipal Commissioner of Nagar Nigam Mathura Vrindavan with additional charge of Vice Chairman of Mathura Vrindavan Development Authority. He has experience of serving in General Administration Department, Finance, Urban Development, Revenue Administration, Relief, and Election Departments. He holds a degree of Masters in Science. His hobbies are photography, traveling, reading, and writing. Once again, I welcome you, Mr. Sameer Verma, to the Chai Pe Charcha today.
Thank you.
Let me begin the conversation. Mr. Verma, how has been your early life and when your journey to join civil services started? Who inspired you the most?
Thank you for having me in this session, Chai Pe Charcha. I actually belong to eastern part of Uttar Pradesh from Ambedkar Nagar district. Earlier, it was part of Ayodhya. And there is a small tehsil, small town there, Jalalpur. I belong from that place. And like so many other officers working in the civil services, I also belong to a middle class family. My father was a teacher. He's an economics and English teacher in intermediate college there at Jalalpur itself. And from there, I started my schooling. And then for doing my graduation and post-graduation, I came to Kanpur and took admission in DAV College, Kanpur, one of the most prestigious college in Kanpur, as far as in old times it is concerned. And probably few of you must be knowing that our former Prime Minister, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, was also an alumni of that college. So my childhood, I am being the youngest among all my brothers and sisters. Yes, so we have sweet memories like all other children have. And my parents, because having a middle class background, so they always pushed me doing something on my own. And of course, we didn't have that much on which I could boast on, except my own, hard work and the inspiration from my parents. So most of the time, I have seen that people from Uttar Pradesh, eastern part of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, they are doing well in civil services. Most of the officers belong to that belt. So I'm happy and I'm proud that I also belong to that belt. And as far as my reason for joining this prestigious service is actually, if you see that who was my role model, I can't say much. In my family itself, few of my elder brothers and my cousins, they had been preparing for this. And many students who were with me in my college days, they shifted to Allahabad for preparation of civil services and Delhi also. So we had been listening stories about their hardship and struggle, and I could also see the interviews which were published in competitive magazines of those candidates who got through this. So these were the initial inspiration motives for me to join this service. But as far as many a times when people go to appear in the interview in the civil services examination, and when they are asked that what was the motive for you to join this service, I did not make any fancy answer that I'm here to serve the nation or a kind of thing, because I believe whatever you are doing in whatever capacity, that is actually service to nation. Like if you are hosting this interview, you are also doing service to nation, and I am doing my job. We all do, for some salary, for some package. But yes, the kind of job satisfaction and the variety of work which you get in the civil services, that was the main driving force for me to opt for this career. So that was my story, and that's how I entered into civil services.
Right, Mr. Verma. Having spent 20 plus years, how do you find young colleagues coming into the public service? What are your suggestions to the UPSC aspirants who want to join civil services these days?
The younger generation is more practical and they are more mature when I compare myself to them, because I have been watching juniors coming into this job and into this service. They are more mature and they are, the technology, the way it has changed our life and the way of thinking. The people which are joining this stream are now well versed and they are very clear in their motives and where they want to go from here. So that has also make a sea shift in the administration pattern also. Earlier, when we joined this service and when we were asked to join the academy for some training session, it was like reliving our universities days and college days. But nowadays, when I see young colleagues working with me, I don't find that kind of, you may sense, if you may call it the correct word, the innocence, the kind of innocence which I think we were having at that time. People which are coming now into the service, they are more mature, more practical, and yes, they have make a positive and radical change in the administrative pattern also. And it's good that still the attraction and charm of civil services has not diminished at all. And so many people are taking it as an option, as a career. And over the years and lately, if I say in a journey of 15 to 20 years, I have seen many new incumbent recruits who have engineering backgrounds and medical backgrounds and professional backgrounds, and they are also joining the civil services just for this job satisfaction.
Yes, Mr. Verma, you correctly said job satisfaction matters a lot. Sir, after training, usually the officers are given field posting. You have also served in various districts, including Kanpur, Mathura, Raebareli, Kanpur Dehat, Deoria, Mau, Balia, Farrukhabad, and Varanasi. Can you share your experiences of serving in the field?
Serving in the field is one of the most challenging part in this administrative service. People have different kind of choices. I have so many friends who are with me in this job. They hardly prefer going into the field. They have their different taste. And some of the officers, they are truly of the field nature. If you ask them to sit on a desk and do something, probably they will be getting bored in a day or two. So I think I am a mix of both of the things, because I enjoy field posting as well and I enjoy desk job as well. Like right now I'm enjoying in secretariat. A field posting, it has different kind of challenges. You do not have any structured way to work in the field, because you are supposed to be on duty 24/7, all 365 days in a year. Because general administration, it touches all the spheres and parts of life of the general public, right from attending their daily problems, like if they have some kind of tension with their neighbor, that is also your cup of tea. And if there is some major land order problem, that is also your cup of tea. If somebody is not getting electricity proper, that is also your cup of tea. So a variety of problems you are supposed to handle in the field, and that makes you mature also. And I also think that over the years, my capacity of understanding people, my development as a communicator, my development as expressing my thought with the public, that has come from the field itself. When you are supposed to attend say a crowd or problem mongering people, how you attend them, how you attend your bosses. And when you are completely new, sometimes you also get shocks also, because you think about yourself that okay, you just have cleared an exam and you are going into the field, and you will be welcomed open armed. Sometimes it doesn't happen, and that gives you a shock also, but that makes you mentally tough also. I would like to share a story of myself. When I posted in Pithoragarh, it was 6 months at that time, and an officer from Assam cadre who was posted in Pithoragarh on deputation, Mr. Raju Chandra Joshi, he was my district collector at that time. And I had a very good bond with him, and we used to play also together in the evening in the badminton court there. And then the officer who was posted in the subdivision and the southern field, and he was getting transferred to Uttar Pradesh back. So I had all the hopes that I will be getting his seat, yeah, because I thought about myself that I have been doing so good and I had been discharging my duties so beautifully that I am the natural heir of this seat. But then Mr. Raju Chandra Joshi transferred me to the farthest tehsil of that district, that is Munshiari, that is attached to China border. So that came to me as a shock, and I went to him and I expressed my anger to him. That, sir, what you have done to me, and an upcoming officer like me, and you are sending me to Munshari. What wrong I have done to you? He listened me very patiently, and then he told me that you should always be ready for all kind of experiences in your life. And I think how foolish I was at that time, and how childishly I act at that time with my boss, that when I expressed my anger and unsatisfaction, that why did you post me in such a farther's asile. And I must also remember Mr. Rajiv Chandra Joshi at this point of time, that he had a lot of patience at that time, that he not only listened me, he also guided me. So, over a period of time, when you pass a certain period in the job, doing all kind of work, you get mature, you start taking things in an even tone, not being very happy, getting a very positive kind of posting, and you do not let yourself down when you don't get the posting of your choice. So it's all part of game. And I think the point of the kind of satisfaction which I have got from this civil administration, I think no other job in this world can give me that.
There are certain good experiences and certain bad experiences. I would like to know any interesting instance you want to share as part of your past assignment as the Municipal Commissioner of Nagar Nigam Mathura Vrindavan and Vice Chairman of Mathura Vrindavan Development Authority.
Yeah, I think as Municipal Commissioner, Mathura Vrindavan was one of the most challenging job in my whole career till now, because when I was given the duty to discharge as Municipal Commissioner of Mathura Vrindavan, the corporation was newly created, just 7 or 8 months old. That corporation was, and we didn't have even an office at that time. So there were some shops which were made by earlier municipal council, and in one of the shop I made my office, and even my washroom was not even attached to my office. So that was quite challenging at that time, because being a municipal commissioner, you are always under a screening lens of the public. And being a new municipal corporation, when you are not given those kind of facilities, so it becomes very hard for you to perform. And at the same time also, this Swachh Bharat Sarvekshan that was also going on, and we also had this challenge that we must take Mathura Vrindavan on a higher pedestal in the national ranking. And I am very satisfied to share with you all that in the first year itself, we managed to get 4 national awards for Mathura Vrindavan Municipal Corporation. There was one more challenge that all the municipal corporation and municipal council, they were trying to get themselves ODF at that time. Open defecation free was a task for us to get that certification. And in Mathura, even there were, you can count the public toilets and the community facilities at that time. So that was a big challenge for me. We worked overnight. We are a very small team, but we worked overnight, and we could manage not only ODF, but ODF plus also, leaving behind established municipal corporations like Kanpur and Lucknow and Prayagraj at that time, and they could not get this ODF plus certificate in their first go, while Mathura Vrindavan got its ODF plus certificate in the first go itself. And we were the first municipal corporation, the fastest cleaning city in the country, in a population range of 10 lakhs. So that job was very challenging for me, and I enjoyed that also. And yes, right now when I'm sitting in Secretariat looking over Mathura and it's progressing day by day, it gives me a lot of satisfaction from it.
Sir, COVID has accelerated adoption of digital technologies in a big way in government and private sector. A lot of new technologies are being introduced in the governance system. Can you please share the experience of implementing digital initiatives in your departments, and how do you see technologies transforming governance?
See, Arpit, I think there are 2, 3 issues. As the issue of development is concerned, issue of going digital is concerned, no government or no government office now can look backward. It is something which you have to march on with. And adoption of new technologies, this IT initiatives or information management system, that is now the part of the game. To make the things easier, to have the information on your fingertips, and to make yourself available to the public to respond on a real-time basis is now the need of the hour. Like in my office in finance department, we already have switched over to e-governance quite some time. And you also must be knowing that this COVID has helped us a lot moving to digital platform. The finance department was actually not shifting to e-office system because we are an advisory department. And for us, it is important to have the files of the original department with all the details so that we can give our opinion on that. So getting the files from the other departments in a digital format and having all the information in them, that was a bit tricky for us, and we were a little bit concerned for that. But finally, the finance department decided to go completely online. And from 1st April this year, we have completely shifted to e-office now, and there is no physical movement of any paper in our office. So that is one thing. By using that system, now we can track the location of the file, for how long the file is at a particular desk, what somebody has written on that or not, these kind of things. Then there is IGRS system, Integrated Grievance Redressal System. That is, I think, a flagship digital grievance redressal program of Government of Uttar Pradesh. And I'm also in charge of that IGRS system as a nodal officer in my department. I'm also registrar of firm societies and chits. So during my tenure, I managed to digitize my office itself. My office, it is scattered all over the Uttar Pradesh. We have regional offices also, and we have more than 10 lakh societies, registered societies in our office. And I managed to get all the scans, all the documents, making them digital, and now they are available online. And we are also going to launch very soon a very interactive website through where there will be a single platform, single window system kind of thing. We are also very happy to be a part of Nivesh Mitra program, which has been launched by Uttar Pradesh. This is a single clearing window system. And being registered society, my office comes into the picture very first, because if you want to establish a firm, you want to get it registered from society office itself. So there we are doing very well. And last week when I had this review meeting, I am very happy to share that the dissatisfaction level has lowered down below 5% in our case. And I personally get in touch with all those who are dissatisfied with our services. So this way we are moving ahead. But yes, this technology and the going digital also has its own glitches and limitations. Like, you are supposed to be alert what messages you are getting on your WhatsApp. Must be alert that what mobile emails you are getting, what new things are coming to you. So it keeps you busy. Your screen spending time has increased, but you cannot get away with this, and that is the only way to march forward. And the other thing, like in finance department, we have a complete budget allotment system that has gone online. And next month, we will be launching a financial release management system also. In this system, we will be having on board all the administrative and online department also with the finance department. We will be able to monitor which of the scheme of the government of Uttar Pradesh is doing well and where we are falling behind, in which department the budget is not going to be utilized completely, where the surrender ratio is more, and how the spending pattern is there in Uttar Pradesh. So we are changing ourselves and we are going modern.
Sir, we used to see the photos of finance minister and chief minister very next the day of budget on newspapers and TV channels holding the big briefcase. But this year, the scenario has been changed. We saw finance minister and chief minister holding a tab. Whose brainchild was it?
See, I must say that this COVID has initiated us to go to think in that direction, and that carrying a briefcase kind of thing, that is a ceremonial thing. Yes, actually there is nothing in that briefcase except that budget speech and a small book which has all the budget details. But yes, that red color briefcase, it is for the photo op also. And I think it was started by Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, Honorable Finance Minister in Delhi itself, when she, instead of carrying that suitcase, she carried a hand woven and handmade folder on which the emblem of Government of India was there. So we also decided that why not, this is the right time for us to go digital. And that's why the Government of UP took an initiative and they distributed laptops to all the assembly members, and the whole budget was presented online. And you must have seen it, that even our finance minister, he was having a big screen on his desk inside the assembly, and he was reading that budget speech through that only. So, and when we presented our supplementary budget on 18th of August, we used that laptop system and the iPad system which we had distributed to MLAs at that time. That was useful this time also. So, and immediately the best thing is that we could make changes into that till the last moment, because we were not under the pressure that we have to get it printed and we have to get it verified and we have to get it distributed. When the assembly started and the MLAs were there on their desk, they had to open their iPad, and with a click of the button, the budget was live on their screen. And the moment our finance minister, he was reading the speech, they were also in tune with them. So that was a very nice sight to see, and that, yes, has helped us to saving a lot of paper, going kind of green also in this way. So yes, we are looking also for some more steps how we can add into that. And as far as this decision is concerned, of course the inspirations comes from the top level always. Our chief minister, he's a very peculiar in adopting new techniques and new technology. Like our prime minister is concerned, the whole department thinks about this, and we are always ready to adopt new and novel ideas.
It is very good to go green and go digital. And I would like to know from you, as you are serving as the special secretary in the finance department and registrar of firms, societies, and chits. What has been the impact of COVID-19 on the both departments, and what are your new challenges?
See, as far as COVID is concerned, we could not have that enjoyment of working from home. Our office was open all the day because finance is one of the most crucial department, and we could not shut down ourselves. Although, yes, when I myself got COVID positive in the month of April this year, we had this facility to work from home. Uh, how COVID has impacted our office? Yes, many of my colleagues and juniors, they got infected, and few of them also passed away, unfortunately, because of this. But this whole ecosystem has now changed because of this COVID, and people are taking more care. And as I told you that since 1st of April, we have shifted completely to e-office mode. So physical connection and coming into contact with the documents, that has gone away. And now the staff is also more keen to adopt technologies. They also have started understanding that what is its benefit. Although sometimes they feel under pressure that, okay, sir can see that I am having the file for more than 3 days or 4 days at my desk. So that's the other part of that. As far as like as registrar, I could not hold the meeting with my deputy registrar and assistant registrars physically, although we had been meeting digitally. So for the first time over a period of 1.5 years, we will be meeting personally on 13th, on Monday itself. But yes, this COVID has impacted us, and it has changed the whole ecosystem, how we think, how we take the situation, how prepared we are actually for such kind of crisis also. And there was a big question for every one of us, that how prepared we are for that. And uh, I'm very thankful to my office and the whole ecosystem that, during COVID period, there were two kind of pressure. People were facing challenges at their personal level also, because either they themselves, their somebody in their family members or somebody in their kith and kin or the knowns, they were falling prey to this COVID, and they had to perform their office duties also. So at that time, we had to make a very good mix so that people can discharge their duties easily. And our additional chief secretary, Ms. Radha S. Chauhan, she also was very sympathetic to us, and she allowed all of us that if you do want to come to office, you come. If you don't want to come to office, want to discharge your duties from your home itself, you can do that. So we tried to sail through it completely and without giving any mental shock to anyone. So that was a learning experience for us.
It is said that any change in the government is not less than a Herculean task. How challenging has been your job to implement digital technologies in your department, and how has been your overall experience of this change in management?
See, it's a natural human phenomena that we resist to change normally, because we find ourselves quite comfortable with the given ecosystem, and we know that if we change something, we have to start afresh and we have to do all the things from scratch. But now people have started understanding that the way and with the speed the technologies are coming, they know that they have to adopt it sooner or later. Then they also understand it that they cannot get away with this. So I don't think there is much challenges or kind of what you can say, kind of opposition from the staff or the subordinate adopting to new technology. Those days have gone away now, and people are interested to learn new things. And
I think there is some network issue with Mr. Verma. He must be joining us shortly. Yeah, please carry on, Mr. Verma.
Yeah, so I was saying here, let me resume from where I left. This adoption of new technology, people have now understood this, that they have to go with this only. And, few years back, we used to see that when this digitization thing started and making the offices going digital came into the picture, there was kind of opposition also from, initial inhibition was there that we have to, leave away our own practice and the way we are comfortable doing our job. But now people have started that you cannot get away with this and you have to do it. So people are, yes, they are eagerly adopting the new technologies, and there is not much kind opposition to that. And as far as I am personally concerned, I am a tech savvy kind of person. I adopt new technologies. I wish to learn a lot of things because there is so much to learn. There is so much to learn, and the world is changing very fast. And if you cannot keep yourself updated with the world, you will be leaving behind. So it's important for me and for my department also. And as far as finance department is concerned, we have to be updated. We have to be updated. If we don't have real time basis informations with us, we cannot be helpful to other departments.
Very rightly said, Mr. Verma. We would like to know your experience of prioritization of investment and fund allotments based on the pandemic learnings.
See, for any government, if I say government, I mean to say here the functional part of the government and not the political face of the government. The functional part of the government almost remains the same with whomsoever being in the power. There are certain schemes which are related to social sector that every government will take forward with whatever name they may choose it. And there are certain compulsory and obligatory requirement also for the finance department to meet, like pensions, like salaries, like paying debts, like paying interests, the capital borrowings we have taken from the market, paying them back. So these are the complementary obligations. We have to do it, compulsory obligations, and to the tune of 2.25 lakh crore every year, the finance department has to manage with this. Then comes the different part of kind of schemes where the government would like to focus. Like this government, uh, so many people say that the government is not, why the government is not into kind of flashy kind of things, which you can showcase that there is a flagship scheme or which you can should. But I think this government, they have a truly democratic way of how the citizens of Uttar Pradesh can be made party to the development. Whatever they are doing, whatever benefits they want to deliver, they are trying to give it to the last man standing in the queue. And instead of making flashy things and instead of counting few things that we have done this, that we have done that, what they have done, they have tried to include all the 223 crore population of Uttar Pradesh. Now, as far as the budget allotment preferences are concerned, we always keep two, three things in mind. Number one, there should be a financial management and cash management system, and financial discipline must be there. Like we all know that the revenue of the state has been badly hit because of this COVID, and we are also forced to increase our capital borrowings from the market. So we, with the help of senior officials and with the direction of our Honorable Chief Minister, managed to direct all the departments that please prepare a priority list of your projects. The projects which you will be able to complete within next 2 months, within next 4 months, or within next 6 months, so that before the onset of the code of conduct of elections, you are in a position to complete your project. So we are working on that priority list only. Number one. Number two, we also have fixed a capping kind of thing for every department, and we have informally communicated them that, okay, this is your cap for this month, and please try not to breach that limit. So everybody is now following that kind of financial discipline. Third thing is that the government always likes to spend in the areas from where they can get revenue and from where they can create some jobs. Fourth, there are certain sectors in which you are supposed to spend without expectation of creating job, like social sector giving pensions, like giving scholarships, like maintaining this fair price shop kind of thing, like going for this purchase of wheat and rice and the paddy through government system on MSP. Now, these are the sector where you are supposed to spend and spend largely. Then the government also have sometimes on their plate different kind of things. They have better understanding that what scheme at what time, if they launch, will focus certain kind of population, will focus certain kind of section of the society. So on that basis, largely it depends on the departments that what priority they do. As finance department, we direct them, and we also ring the alarm bell that you are crossing your financial limit and you are breaching your financial discipline. So these are the larger area. And yes, during the COVID, expenditure in the health sector, definitely it has increased. And in certain cases, we have to dovetail also for maintaining that, health expenditure. Like initially in COVID, in the first wave of COVID, it was more important for us to establish as much as labs we can do, as much as number of beds we can make available in the hospitals, more and more this primary and secondary care which we can create. But after the second wave of COVID, we have come to see that all of a sudden there was a great demand for oxygen. So this oxygen generation plants at every hospital, now that became our priority. So a lot of fund has to be diverted to that facility also. Then when the vaccination started from the 1st of April for the population of over 45 years age, till that time it was not clear that the whole vaccination drive will be taken over by the central government. So we were actually, we already had presented our annual budget for 21-22, and in that budget, the allocation for the vaccination, that was not up to the mark. We were not anticipating that this vaccination drive will have to be borne by the states themselves, as was demanded by so many states at that time. So in the month of April, we were, yes, having a big problem that now from where we should manage our resources and from where we should manage our fund, because we had not managed and we had not allocated the matching amount in our annual budget. But thankfully, then the central government, they came into the picture and they said that they will be getting through this vaccination drive. So there are challenges, there are certain things, and sometimes when you happen to meet such kind of eventualities, your funding pattern also changes and your preferences also change.
Sir, what were those some of the innovative finance models adopted by the UP government during the pandemic to meet the need of the state?
See, in the first wave itself, we tried to curtail unnecessary expenditures. And there was a very clear-cut message from finance department to all the departments that please reduce your spendings, which is not necessary, because we were forced to divert our funds also to health sector and health systems. So initially, in the first phase till 30th of June, and then in the second phase till 30th of September, we were not accepting and we were not clearing any file which was related to non-essential expenditures. So that helped us to go through that tough phase, because giving pension and giving salary and meeting those obligations, that was foremost important things for us. And we also did want to increase our capital borrowings. And when the whole state and the whole country was under the duress of lockdown since April last year, and rather since the last week of March, so revenue shortfall was to the great magnitude. So that was the first thing. Second, we also curtailed the dearness allowances of our employees, and the increments we halted for some times to have some more fund in our kitty. Third, we tried to prioritize our areas, that where we should spend more and where we should spend first. So that helps us to maintain those things. And yes, strict financial discipline that came as a savior to us. And in a second year consecutively, we have issued a government order where we have proposed so many measures, like no new vehicles will be purchased, no business class traveling will be allowed, no new post creation will be there, and adoption of new technologies and going digital has been pushed on, so that the number of human power and the manpower which we normally depend on the outsourcing, that also must be reduced. But still, we are falling short of what revenue we used to get pre-COVID time. And this year itself, we are forced to increase our market borrowing by to the tune of 10,000 crore itself. So it will take some time, maybe 1 or more financial year, to get to the tune of pre-pandemic.
Sir, generally, finance departments in these states, they have the huge pressure of social sector and security schemes like pensions, scholarships, and these are the schemes where a lot of duplication and frauds can be seen easily. So, any innovative strategy or any method that is being adopted by UP government to ensure that the benefits of these ambitious scheme and flagship schemes of the government reaching to the right beneficiary?
You rightly mentioned this, and I would like to give you an example which recently happened in Uttar Pradesh. From where it all started. It started from Jandhan, Aadhaar, and Mobile. That was the scheme which was launched by Government of India. And using all these three things, lately, Government of Uttar Pradesh in wheat and paddy purchase, B itself, or the transfer of benefits through DBT. It is completely online, completely digital, and the people are getting money directly into their account. Now, what we came across to see that we got around 67,000 people in Uttar Pradesh who sold their crop to the tune of around 3 lakhs at our purchase centers. They were also among the beneficiaries who got free ration, which was announced under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. So that was a bit shocking for us that you yourself are growing that much food grain and you are selling the food grain to government to the tune of around 3 lakh to 4 lakh rupees, and you are also taking benefit of free ration. Now, how that was possible to unearth? Only because of that Aadhaar and their mobile number linkage, number one. Number two, this DBT scheme, Uttar Pradesh has secured first position across India in this DBT scheme and the transferring of benefits directly to the people's account by using this thing. So this pilferage and leakage, it has stopped. It has been reduced to a great tune. Earlier, it was very hard to monitor, be it in the field of scholarship, be it in the field of DBT, be it in the field of this paddy and wheat purchase, where the actual money is going. But now we are in a position we can track that. And there are always chances whenever there is a human interface with that. Like a latest example I would like to share with you. In one of our districts in Uttar Pradesh, we got to know that there are some, account, and nobody is claiming for them, right? And we had been persuading that which department's money it is and for what scheme it is. Nobody came forward. So we constituted a committee. The department which denied initially that this is not my money, and to their surprise, this money belongs to them only. So we not only established an investigation into that, we got to know about that. Now, then we inquired that why this money remained unspent and why it was in the bank account itself. So then we came to know that this money was to be transferred to the beneficiaries, and because of the changes in their bank account, because of the merger of the bank, now the total number of banks are only 12. So there were changes in their IFSC codes also and their banking code also. This money could not be transferred into their account, and that came back into the system itself. So how it was possible? Just tracking our money, where we have given that money, which department is using it in what way. So we were able to do that. And now we are doing the whole same exercise for rest of UP within next week and or so. So this has helped us a lot. Even for you or for me also, we all are supposed to link our PAN with our Aadhaar card, with our mobile number, with our bank account number. So you are traceable. You cannot get away with that. If you are getting something, people know that you have got something. So government is also adopting technology in a big way, and it's being helpful for us also.
Yes, technology is really helping government agencies and private sector, and I would say almost all sectors in a big way in removing the leakages, pilferages, and increasing efficiency and transparency in the system. Sir, what has been your most challenging assignment in the last 20 years of service in governance, public policies, and decision making? How did you tackle it?
I think every post was challenging for us because you never know that how your next morning gonna be like. But I think when I was posted in Balia, in the farthest tehsil of Balia, uh, conducting this 2011 Panchayat election was one of the most challenging tasks for us, if I remember it today now, because Balia is situated on the river of on the bank of river Ganga and Ghagra, and on the other side we have Bihar, and there are certain areas which still, if you want to go there, you have to go through Bihar itself because there is no direct connectivity. And this Panchayat election, that was, for some people, it was quite a prestigious thing for them also. And I was shocked to see that in many villages, people haven't seen what actually is a ballot paper, you know. And in most of the villages, it was just kind of that person will be selected as the headman of the village. He should be elected as the pradhan. I mean, a kind of a call was there and people were following that. So we as a team there in that district, when we successfully completed that panchayat election, and you must be surprised that in a village, I would not like to name that village, but in a village which was having a population of more than 90% of upper caste and dominating class people, from there a scheduled caste person is elected as pradhan. Even then, when the seat was not reserved, that was the beauty, and that gave me a lot of satisfaction. Actually, when I joined there, and just in the previous election there, one officer, he was manhandled by the crowd during the election, and unfortunately he died on the spot. So people were having that kind of mentality that we can take over the administration and we will do whatever we like. So it was also a challenge for me that how I have to show them that no, administration will have an upper hand, and we will go by the guidelines of the election commission, and you will have to fall in line with us. So yes, we had to be a little harsh on that time, and sometimes you are required to do that. So that was the most challenging job for me at that time. The second, as Municipal Commissioner Mathura, the initial challenges which I had to face, I'm very happy that I could add few positive bricks into that, into the development of that. And when I was in Pithoragarh, one fine morning, I got the news that in a degree college, in a local degree college, some people had gheraved their principal itself. They were demanding that some of the students who have not scored well, they should also be get clear to the next class. So in Pithoragarh, or in Uttarakhand state at that time, 20 years back, there was not much of the fashion of the regular police. You know that the face value works more. So I drove myself and went to the college, and I saw a lot of students were there, and the principal was, he was inside his room, and the students were protesting there. And one of the student, he actually tried to attack on the principal with a cane filled with this kerosene. So I just I couldn't see anything. But should I do? I was not having any force at that time with me, so I just hold that principal into my arms, and I said that this is my duty. I will save you. The students were trying to push me away from principal, but I got no what happened to me. I just clutched the principal very tightly, and in that resort, some of the kerosene drops, they also came all over me. But I'm very happy that few of the students, they came themselves when watching me that I'm being courageous. So they came forward and they saved the life. So there are certain incidents, which leave a kind of imprint on your mind, which you can remember. Otherwise, on a daily basis, when you are in a field, you every time meet new challenges. When I was in Balia, I was doing that rescue work during the flood, and I was looking the bandha there, which was protecting the Balia, my subdivision town from Ghagra River. So in one of the hut, I could found a small child of 5 year, 6 year old, and he was crying at that time. And we were also distributing food and relief materials to all the persons affected there. So I was very shocked when I asked him, "Where are our parents?" So his parents died 2 days back, and in the back room of that small hut, the dead body was there, and nobody took care of them because everybody was handling their own problem, and they were not actually aware that what has happened to them. So you, that made me really disturbed for sometimes that the 5-year-old child, how they were. So I took that child to my home, and I kept him with me sometime, and luckily he's studying right now. So there are so many incidents, and that's why what I said in the initially what I said, that this civil services job, it gives you satisfaction. If you do something, if you happen to do something, not only variety but satisfaction also.
I would also like to know any proud moment or any close to heart achievement that you will always cherish for.
Yes, why not? When in the initial year of Mathura Vrindavan, we got 4 national awards, and we were awarded by President of India himself. That was the proud moment for us. And whenever you do something good, like when I was initially posted in Pithoragarh, I was the newest among the lot, and assembly elections are going on. And when my subdivision and my assembly did the best, we got the appreciation from the observer for Election Commission of India at that time. So that made me happy. Actually, normally, if you get yourself, if you get your work noticed, if you get your work recognized, it gives you satisfaction. So whatever we do, not for our personal gains, but to make your office going forward and to make your organization feeling proud. So there had been certain moments, but I think the best one was when having the national award for being the best city, Mathura Vrindavan Nagar Nigam as municipal commissioner. I think that was the best moment for my career.
In the life of a civil servant, there are several occasions when position gets changed, city gets changed. But I would like to know one thing unique in you that has not been changed.
I think my attitude, I will not succumb to any pressure in my life. That is my attitude. I will keep smiling. That is my attitude. And I will take things evenly. That is my attitude. I know that my posting is not my hand. That I know that if you are supposed to do something extra, if you are supposed to do kind of management to get some kind of posting, that I cannot do. Whatever duty I will be given to discharge, I will do that happily. And the most important thing is that the more I love my job, more I love me also. I love myself also. So I will not do that. I'm not going to leave away that attitude of mine. And that's why I never faced, kind of doing my job with my head down. No.
And what keeps you busy when you are not on the job?
So many things I have in my plate. Like studying is my hobby. I have a different kind of variety of books. Photography is my hobby. I sometimes take time to do away with this. Uh, yes, I sometimes play with my children also. Also help in the kitchen and try to learn a lot of things also. And writing is my hobby. Sometimes when I get chance, I try to draw something or paint something. There's so many things which you can keep you busy. Otherwise, if you don't have anything to do, just walk away. Just take a walk for some time and make yourself relaxed.
How effectively do you use and how frequently do you use social media? What are your views on this?
I am active on social media, but yes, being a government servant, we have limitations. We cannot express our feelings so openly on social media. If somebody says that we are not affected truly with whatever happening around us, that will be a lie. We also get affected. We also get disturbed sometimes by the comments made by the people in the social life. We also get disturbed by what is happening around us. We also get motivated also sometimes when we see something positive is happening around us. So it will be a lie if I say that I am not affected with that. Yes, but how I have to express and to what limit I have to express, that borderline I have to decide by myself. But yes, I'm active on social media.
While coming close to the end of the conversation, I would like to know what are your immediate priorities and your priorities in your two of the portfolios that you are handling as of now?
See,
Over to
this
you.
finance department is the department of my liking. I would like to spend some more time in this department because finance and economics, these are the two buzzing fields which will be relevant all the time. Because what is economics? Making the best choice among all the alternatives. What is finance? That it gives you the wisdom that how you have to use your money. So these two departments and these two things, they are my preferential field, and I would like to make my specialization also in this field itself, so that instead of being in the general administration, which everybody is doing, my wish is to do some specialization in finance and in the banking sector kind of thing, and I'm working in that direction to improve my skills in that. This is the department of my choice, and I would like to spend some more time with this. And second, my hobby is which I cherish more is teaching. I'm national level master trainer also with Election Commission of India, and I visit to different places to take classes of the officials concerned with the elections. And now 5 states are undergoing elections. So in the last week of August, I took classes for officials from Uttar Pradesh itself, and maybe in the near future, I will be visiting to other states like Manipur, Goa, and all. So that is also my field of interest. So these two things, being in finance department for some more time and brushing my skills of, teaching and making myself academically stronger. These are my priorities right now.
Thank you, Mr. Samir Verma. It was really a great interaction with you. You have candidly answered all our questions. Our sincere thanks to you for accepting our invitation and making today's show wonderful. We wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you so much for having me, and the way you hosted the whole things, you made me comfortable, and I, talking someone face to face, it's altogether different thing, and being digital and then answering when you have to be careful also that you must be watched by so many people at the same time, and it's not recorded, it's live. But the way you have made it comfortable for me, thank you so much, and it was lovely chatting with you.
Thank you. And for our viewers, please keep watching ET Government Chai Pe Charcha every Friday. ET Government Chai Pe Charcha is an interactive program with bureaucrats and high achievers from diverse fields. The High Impact Live Weekly Show highlights the professional journey of guests, their achievements, and ups and downs in their career. Each week, we interact with the new guests discussing interesting topics. Thank you so much.